Hi folks, welcome to Shelley DeLint Media. My name is Shelley DeLint, and I'm here today and we're continuing on with the series on the book of Proverbs in the Bible, okay? And with this series, in the first chapter of Proverbs, I'm going to tell you, it comes out kicking and screaming, okay? It just gets right down to it, okay? And the first, for this first video, because there's actually 33 verses in the first chapter of Proverbs, so I'm going to do it in point form, and I'm going to do in this video verses 1 through 7, and I'm just highlighting it here for you, okay? So when we go and we're starting off, it talks about verse 1. It describes who the writer of Proverbs is, and his name was Solomon. He was the son of King David, okay, and he was actually a king of Israel his own self. And you know, if you go into I think it's the book of First Kings, God asked Solomon what he wanted, you know, and he would grant it to him, and all he asked God for was for wisdom, okay, to rule over the people of Israel. So God granted him wisdom, and actually people from all over the world came for his advice, okay? God gave him his wisdom. And when we're starting off, it's the first couple verses right up into chapter 7. It talks about the wisdom of God, and it says that a wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel, right? And then it goes on to say, and this is the most important verse of this particular point, and it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise its instruction. And you know, when I say it comes out kicking, folks, I'm going to tell you, it comes out kicking because really, the fear of the Lord is something that we're missing today, okay? We're missing it in our society. We're missing it in our churches. There's no such thing, really, as a reverential fear of God. I mean, I can remember, you know, when I was a young child, and you know, when we went to school, the first thing we did was we said the Lord's Prayer, and we read from the Bible and stuff. And today, that's been thrown out. It's no longer something that's happening in the school systems, and you know, we wonder why there's such chaos in the world. And that's a part of it, is because society has thrown out the fear of God. And even when it comes to in the churches even today, okay, where is the reverence of God in our churches? When we walked into a church years ago and we went in on a Sunday, you know, you could feel the Spirit of God. You could cut it with a knife. The Spirit of God was so heavy in the churches. And today we walk in and it's almost like it's a mockery. And you know, I know that, you know, it's Jesus said, look inside the heart and not outside. I understand that. But you know, really, God is a holy God. Okay? He deserves honor and he deserves respect. And I think when men walk into churches with baseball hats on their heads, really, you know, get your hat off your head. I'm sorry. I just do not agree with it. And another thing is, I don't believe that coffee cups belong in the church. We can get away with going without our cup of coffee for an hour and a half or so that we're in the church, okay? We don't need to have these things. We have to get back to having a fear of God, okay? God is the beginning of knowledge and wisdom, and we have to have a fear of God. I'm not talking about, you know, like you're fearing him, that you're afraid of him, but you know, think about who God really is, okay? He's the creator of the universe, okay? He's the one who made life. He made everything on this earth. He made the heavens. He made the earth. And you know, with one word, he can just take us all out, right? And he deserves our respect. When we walk into our churches, we should have the respect of God, and we should be bound down. You know, I heard a sermon a couple of years back, and it talked about the holiness of God. Okay? The holiness of God. Do we not realize, folks, that in heaven today, around the throne room of God, that angels are bowing down to Him, saying, holy, 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 for He is holy. We do not think here. We're not thinking, folks, when we're going about our daily lives, about the holiness of God and what He really is to us, right? And how holy He really is. Today, people go around, you know, and I've been there, I've done it to my own self, where I've taken the name of the Lord in vain. And it's a sad thing when you know that one of these days you're going to stand before God Almighty and you're going to have to face Him for all the things that we do in this life. And you know, it's a scary thing to think you're going to stand before Him one day and answer for all the things. And, you know, I really think, you know, we got to get back into the holiness of what God is all about. When we start putting God, that He is holy and who He really is, then we're going to start to get back on track and things are going to start really working out in our lives. Anyway, folks, this is Shelley DeLint with Shelley DeLint Media. I hope you folks have a great day. Get into reading the book of Proverbs. It's a great thing. I have more videos coming and I'm going to be continuing on here with this series. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And I look forward, folks, to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.